Hey, Mara, how are you?
What's happening?
Not much. No, actually, a lot's happening. Well, how's everything going there?
Well, first of all, we're so excited for the premiere. You know, TNT is kind of our home base here.
Yes, I know.
So we've watched the show, first 3 episodes, and I think it's terrific. But the reviews, have you been reading any of these reviews? They are loving you guys.
I don't read those things, but I've heard that they've been very good. So I'm encouraged by that, but I'm mostly encouraged by people like yourself, and that aren't paid to write reviews, that are enjoying the show. That's what we're really excited about. Well,
after watching the first 3 episodes and reading more about you, you are nothing like Terry.
That's right. That's why I wanted to play the part.
So here you are. You're a dad. You have 4 kids.
Yep.
And you're playing this single bachelor. What did you do to get in the mindset of Terry?
I thought of a few of my friends who are living this life, and I'm not going to say any names like Bob Saget, but so I just kind of. I went there and I leapt into their bodies. How's that?
Okay.
And I called on my history with them, and it's kind of worked out. I mean, listen, the guys wrote a really great part. They wrote 3 great parts, and Ray and Mike Royce, and it's just been I can't tell you how much fun it's been to play them. And my guy goes through. He starts out and seemingly, he's got the world by the tail, and he's just easygoing and lifelong bachelor and enjoying that and no commitments. And we see as the first 10 episodes go by that there's other stuff going on for him too.
Well, you kind of root for him, and I guess you're rooting for all of them.
Yeah, I hope so, yeah.
But, okay, we're on with Scott Bakula, and you have such...
So you got to root for me the most right now.
Well, I'm rooting for you right now because we had a poll around the office of the 3 guys of men of a certain age of who was the most hittable.
Oh, that, yeah.
And you won. How do you feel about that?
That's fantastic. For a minute, I just had a feeling it was going to go Andre, and then I'm very happy about that.
You're number 1, Scott.
Fantastic.
Now, you're number 1 in a lot of people's eyes.
I'll be on the show tomorrow morning, too, just so you know.
Really? Atlanta's your home base. You do have to come to Atlanta every now and then for TNT.
I'm thinking 3 times a week if I'm on the show. That would be good.
I'm thinking since you've won the Hittable Award, we actually have a plaque for you.
I like it.
So
it'll be in the women's restroom.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Perfect.
Well, that's a good place to be because that's where a lot of the conversations happen,
Yes. Hey, we've avoided a bathroom scene in our show, I think, in the first 10 episodes.
Well, there's a lot of bathroom chatter, though.
You think?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of body parts being addressed.
Well, yes, but that's casually. Just those are like drive-bys. It's not like we don't hover. We don't like.
Oh, it's a drive-by body part?
Yeah, drive-by body part.
Okay, we're all with Scott Bakula, and in addition to your plaque being in the ladies' room here, of the most hittable on TNT's Men of a Certain Age, premiering tonight at 10 o'clock on TNT. You also have a fan base that's insane.
Yes, they're in a good way.
I mean, they produce videos of you and put them on YouTube. And what do you make of this?
They're great fans. They are. They're loyal, and we celebrated the 20th anniversary of the premiere of Quantum Leap in March last year, and it's been a wild ride, and they hang in there.
They love you for that.
Yeah, for that, and they're going to love this show too.
Of course, they're going to love the show because you're on it.
That's right, exactly. And I'm the most hittable guy, so remember that part. Don't forget.
So I've heard you're a marathon runner. Are you still running marathons?
I haven't run any in a couple of years, but I hope to run some again. Yeah, I'm a runner.
Okay. Now, on the show, your character is a yoga teacher.
Yeah.
So do you do yoga?
Oh, yeah. I just finished. Yeah, no, I don't. I don't. I've done yoga.
Okay.
And I know people who do yoga.
Okay.
But there aren't any yoga class scenes at this point.
Now, do you have a favorite position?
This is live radio?
Yoga, Scott. Yoga position.
Oh, downward facing dog, I think. That's it. Yeah, I know my stuff.
You really do.
Oh, yeah.
For most hittable, absolutely. So we're here with Scott Bakula, one of the stars of Men of a Certain Age, And I've been reading a lot that Ray Romano likes to make a lot of jokes in between takes, and when you were filming, you didn't do things the same way. Is that true?
That's correct. There's tons of improv, a lot of ad-libbing, and it's not between takes. He never says the same line the same way twice, basically. So we never know what's coming.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fun though. It really keeps us on our toes, and we developed this kind of improv style that I think works for these three guys and the way they relate to each other, which I think makes the show, it gives it a little different feel.
Well, we had met Ray a few weeks ago at the...
And he was the most hittable guy that day. I know.
No,
Go ahead.
No, Scott. You still are. Even after meeting Ray in person, we hope to meet you, but we're having this intimate conversation now.
Very much.
I had asked Ray about the way you guys talk, the way the three characters talk, and now I've seen it brought up in a lot of the reviews, like, no, this isn't Sex and the City for men. Do you talk this openly with your guy friends?
That's a good question. I would say not to the extent that Ray does, because this is really Ray's coming out of his brain, just flying out, and he does talk about all this stuff. I'm a little more private than Ray and this guy, but certainly, I don't know. I would say that I'm a lot more open about really kind of other things in life than this guy. So
okay, and now TNT's Men of a Certain Age on at 10 o'clock on TNT tonight is taking over my radio show for 2 hours. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard a lot of that today. Now, if you were going to take over a radio station...
I've done that. I did an episode of Quantum Leap. I took over a radio station.
Well, if you did that now, what music would you be playing?
Hoo-wee. You know, I like so much different kinds of music. But you know, I listen to everything.
Okay.
I don't mean to be a cop out, but I would play a crazy mix, and probably nobody would listen to my show.
Oh, Scott Bakula, fail! You can't give me one song that you would be like, oh, I'd have to play this.
Oh wow!
Come on, you got to keep that most hittable award.
You know, there's a great. You're going to hate this answer, but Chris Young has a great country song right now. It's called the Black Dress Song.
Okay.
Do you know it?
I don't. I'm not a big country listener, but
but you got to just go and play it, and you'll get why I like it.
All right, Scott Bakula's choice. Yeah, you're right. Nobody would listen to your show.
There you go. There you go.
Well, this is sort of a big comeback for you. I mean, this is a big thing. Now you're driving around town in LA and seeing billboards of yourself. What does that feel like when you're driving down the street and you're like, oh my God, there I am on the billboard?
Well, I'd like to see some more billboards, actually. There's only one up right now, and I'm a little disappointed.
Okay.
But I know that in New York, on 42nd Street, from 8th Avenue to Broadway, there's a billboard that runs the whole length of the street, so I guess that makes up for it.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah, and I'm sure that there's a ton in Atlanta. So
they're everywhere here.
Yeah, well, that's good, but we didn't. You know, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, especially when you got little kids, and you know they're kind of kind of have to take that in. I don't know how you do that as a kid. But
so what's their reaction?
They're kind of blasé about it. You know, they see it like you know. I was in The Informant, this movie, this last fall that came out, but Matt's picture was on that poster, so they were always going, "The Informant, there's the Informant," but it wasn't like "There's Dad." It was just "There's there's your movie, Dad. There's your movie." It's kind of weird, you know. I'm. It's always weird when a bus pulls up next to you and your face is on it.
It's got to be bizarre.
It is, or when you're on a plane and you're sitting there and you can't go anywhere on a plane, and they're playing something that you're in, or they're showing a preview of something, and you just Here I'm on this plane.
Well, you know what, Scott Bakula, I would think that's a good problem to have.
It is a good problem to have. I'm not complaining.
Well, I know you're not. Well, listen, I know you're very busy this morning, and we're so excited that you gave us a chat. Congratulations on the show.
Thank you so much for having me on, and I'll do better with the music.
TNT's Men of a Certain Age debuts tonight at 10 o'clock, and congratulations on your award.
Thank you very much.
Most hittable in Atlanta. We hope to see you here in the studio.
Thank you. I want to get a picture of that award at least.
Okay. We'll see if we can get a photo to you. We'll have your people handle that.
Okay. Yes, please.
So great talking to you.
Thank you. Nice talking with you too.
All right. We'll see you soon, Scott.
Okay. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.